something alone and no one else is watching, that is who you really are. You know, you're not, there's no opportunity to try to impress anybody. It's just you and Krishna. And this is when you can really show Krishna that you're serious about making progress in spiritual life. And when is the best time to chant japa? Who knows? What time of day? Brahma Muhurta.
96 minutes.
Yeah. It's like, and getting up early in the morning is so nice. It's quiet. It's like, it's the mode of goodness. It's sattva guna. And you chant your japa, and there's no distractions. All the kids are asleep. You don't have your work to do yet. You're not getting any phone calls. And so what's very, very beneficial is to mold your life in such a way that you schedule your life so that you can get up early in the morning. Like that. Like, I've been, when daylight, you know, when the time changes and it starts getting cold and it's darker earlier, I go to bed earlier.
Yeah.
And I get up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, now's the time of year to really, you can't enjoy so much, you know, the outdoors. It's so focus on your inner self and get up early, and believe it or not, take a cold shower.
No.
You know what happens when you take a cold shower? It energizes you. It's, what does it say in the Bhagavad Gita? What is happy, what is pleasurable in the beginning, and is miserable in the end, that is the mode of passion. But what is difficulty in the beginning, and then happy and pleasurable in the end, that's the mode of goodness. So, a cold shower, what happens, according to Ayurveda, is when you go to sleep at night, poison comes out of every pore of your body. And when you go into a cold shower, it closes the pores and all the refuse gets washed off. I mean, we are all living in bags of bile, mucus, and air. It's actually very not such nice substances that are inside these bags of skin. Mm-hmm. So now, you take a cold shower, it closes the pores, it washes off all the refuse. But if you take a hot shower, and then you feel energized, it wakes you up. And you're ready for the day. What happens when you take a hot shower? You feel sleepy. And what happens is your pores open up. And the refuge, some of it goes back in. So I know it's difficult.
Even in winter time,
that's the best time to get a cold shower. You know what happens in the winter time? It's cold out there. But then if you take a cold shower, and then after you get out, you feel warm.
Yes.
Because you were just experiencing very cold, and compared to what you were just experiencing, now it's warm.
That's a psychology.
Anyway, I have to admit, I have not been steady in doing this practice, but in the last 2 months or so, I have been doing it.
No.
I just turn on the cold water, and I stick my head in, wash my face, 1, 2, 3, turn around, get in there, and rub. And then really quick, you're clean and turn it off. Ah, now you feel warm. But it's some suffering. But then you say, okay, I'm going to suffer now, but I'm going to enjoy later. Just like you want to live in a nice house, you have to suffer first. You have to go out and work hard and make money and save it and just eat khichdi. You know, like that. I've seen this in Singapore. All these bachelors, they all come there, and when they first come, you know, they have their jobs, and they all live together and share rent in one place, and they eat khichdi. They're mostly from Bengal. And so that's suffering in the beginning. But then they make progress, and then they can afford their own house and so on, and so they so-called enjoy. Okay. So similarly, you know, you get in the cold shower, and it's very good for the health, and it wakes you up, and you get out, and then you get your hand in your bead bag, and you chant your japa, and if you get up early, by 6 o'clock in the morning, you've done 16 rounds. You're finished. And then you do some Mangal Arti and read some Shastra, and then you're ready for the day of your work. It's actually a very blissful life. And this is one of the benefits that I had of joining ISKCON in the early days. We didn't have our own bank accounts. We were living communally. All the devotees, practically 95% of all the devotees were living in temples. We didn't have jobs. The devotees that knew how to do sales, we went out and sold books and supported all the devotees. And some of the devotees, they watched the kids so that the mothers could go out and sell books. They could do that. Some of the devotees went to colleges and gave classes on Krishna consciousness to the students. Some of the devotees were on the altar doing the puja. Some of the devotees were cooking. There was just a variety of things we were all doing, and we were all like an army working together to spread Krishna consciousness, and that simultaneously we're maintaining ourselves. We're getting food to eat, but we're also giving food to others. We're not only benefiting ourselves, but we reached out and gave benefit to others. We had the Sunday feasts. We had food for life, so on and so forth. And our numbers were growing, and that's a sign of health. When you're making progress, that your numbers are growing. Just like Charlotte, I came here, you know, like